Okay, Steve, this is a quick video demonstration to answer some of the questions which you just asked via your email. First of all, I'm going to open a vector layer and open this layer I've got which just shows the countries of the world. I'm just going to change the colours on that so that they're a little bit less overpowering. Okay, now with the biological records tool, I open the CSV file which you sent to me. And I set the X column and the Y column as you did to Eastings and Northings. And the taxon column has to be set to ID because we're not dealing in different species, we're dealing in different birds and they're designated by this column here. I'm going to set the input CRS to the one we discussed yesterday. And that's also the output CRS. And now, if I go to the taxa tab and make the tree, we can see all the individual birds there. And say I want to create a map with them all in, so I check all here. And now I can just click this to create a map of points, and we can see if they're in the right place. So if I right click over the new layer here, zoom to layer, yes, as you said in your email, they look to be in about the right place. So the next thing I'm going to do is create a grid map. Now because this isn't a UK national grid projection, we can't use any of these ones here, 5K, 10K, as they're sort of pre-set up. We have to do the user-defined atlas size because it's a non-GB coordinate reference system. So I just select that, but I can still set the square size I want. So I'm going to use 10,000, so 10 kilometre squares, but you can set that bigger or smaller as you wish. And then I just click this button again. So now it should create a grid map. So let's take off the points. You can see again they're in roughly the right place, but now we want to colour them up according to the number of birds in each square. So I'm going to double click on this to get the properties dialog up, and on the styles tab I'm going to change from single symbol to graduated symbol. And I'm going to change this symbol here. This is the general symbol on which the new ones will be based. I just want to change the border from dark black to a grey because it makes it slightly less overpowering. I'm going to set the colour ramp here to oranges. It's quite a good scale. I'm going to change the equal interval to quantile equal counts. That tends to make for better breaks in your data. Then I'm going to say classify. Oops, I've missed off the column. I need to say that we're doing this on the richness column. Don't forget richness in this case is the number of individual birds. Classify, and that looks good to go. So I'm going to say OK. And there we've got our colour map. Now if I zoom in, you'll see that they are sort of shown as rectangles rather than squares, and that's because the projection of this map view here, which is specified down here, doesn't match the projection of your data. So it's kind of bending your data and transforming it to fit this view. So if I change this view to match your data, we should see them as squares. So I click on that button here, pick the same one as before, and OK that, and you'll see now that's probably a nicer map to illustrate your data across Europe there. Okay, I hope that's what you want. If it isn't, let me know and we'll try something different.